स्कंद रीनेम कर लिया कर यार लोगों को।
किसको रीनेम करूं मैं?
जिनको ढूंढ रहा है तू।
मैं होस्ट नहीं हूँ इस कॉल का, मैं तो परफॉर्मर हूँ। आई एम एन एवरेज पर्सन जस्ट कम टू अटेंड एंड एंजॉय दिस।
Awesome. Let's get started. So, thanks, Himanshu, for a great intro session with all of these movies. And so, first of all, good evening, guys, and happy Independence Day. Thanks to SLC for organizing this event. We have some great performances lined up tonight. We'll have a bunch of people singing. We're going to have a few folks doing stand-up sets. So, super excited for this. So without much ado, I'm going to introduce our first performer for the night. He usually performs a lot of his originals. I think you know who I'm talking about. He has some crazy songwriting skills, but today he's going to be mixing it up with a cover. He's going to be performing You Belong to Me by the 88. And if there are any How I Met Your Mother fans out there, you'll probably recognize this from Marshall and Lily's wedding band. So let's bring to stage Zarir.
Thank you very much, Ratika. Am I audible? Is the guitar audible? All right. So just gonna get right into it. Unfortunately, not at home, so don't have my usual mic set up with me. So sound quality might not be as good, but let's just go for it. So yeah, this song's by a band called the 88. Like Ratika mentioned, they're from the How I Met Your Mother. They play at Marshall and Lily's wedding, and this is one of my favorite songs by them. So yeah. Treat it like a high school dance, waiting in the wings for my big chance. But I would only stare at my shoes. You belong to me, I'll belong to you. I could tell an antique lie, full of all the things I wanna hide. But that would only lead to the truth. You belong to me, I belong to you. But I'm lazy, and I'll pull you down where you don't wanna be. But I'm tasting what's pouring out of you. What am I supposed to do? I could play a trick so strange, cover up my ears and pray for rain. I would only give you the blues. You belong to me, I belong to you. And I'm lazy, and I'll pull you down where you don't wanna be. And I'm tasting what's pouring out of you. What am I supposed to do? I treat it like a high school dance, waiting in the wings for my big chance. But I would only stare at my shoes. You belong to me, I belong to you. Oh, you belong to me, and I'll belong to you. So please belong to me, and I'll belong to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Zarir.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful performance as always, and always so relaxing, to perfect thing for a Sunday night. Next up, we have a performance by Garima, who's actually here. I don't know if has she joined the call. She's here despite having a sore throat. So we're gonna spotlight Garima next, and can't wait to hear her.
Hey, hi everyone. Can you hear me, Latika?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry. Yes. So as I mentioned earlier, actually, I really wanted to perform, and this is the first time that I volunteered to do anything. But I got cold, and my voice is not in good shape. So, and I don't want to disappoint you guys. So I'll give it a try next time. But I didn't want to miss the opportunity to say hi to all of you. And I wish all of us happy Independence Day and excited to meet all of you on campus. Let's see whenever I get next opportunity, I will perform. So thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Garima, and can't wait to actually hear you perform. Super excited for the next event, and hope you feel better soon. So our next, yeah, thank you. Thanks so much. Our next performance is by Yash Lakhotia. Now he's going to be performing a song by Mohit Chauhan called Guncha Koi. The first time that he heard the song was a couple of years back in the snowfall, sitting around a bonfire with rum. Honestly, I think that is one of the most perfect settings that could be there to sing this song, and this is one of his favorite songs. So super excited to hear that.
Yash sent us a recording for that.
Okay.
Yeah, just a second.
Should I share my screen, Vishal, or are you able to do that?
I'm sharing. Just
Okay,
let's just let me know if the sound is coming through.
Okay, cool.
Is the sound coming through?
Yes, perfect.
गुंचा कोई मेरे नाम कर दिया गुंचा कोई मेरे नाम कर दिया साकी ने फिर से मेरा जाम भर दिया साकी ने फिर से मेरा जाम भर दिया गुंचा कोई तुम जैसा कोई नहीं इस जहान में तुम जैसा कोई नहीं इस जहान में सुबह को तेरी जुल्फ ने शाम कर दिया सुबह को तेरी जुल्फ ने शाम कर दिया साकी ने फिर से मेरा जाम भर दिया गुंचा कोई महफिल में बार बार इधर देखा किए, महफिल में बार बार इधर देखा किए, आँखों के जजीरों को मेरे नाम कर दिया, आँखों के जजीरों को मेरे नाम कर दिया। साकी ने फिर से मेरा जाम भर दिया, गुंचा कोई होश बेखबर से हुए उनके बगैर, होश बेखबर से हुए उनके बगैर, जो हमसे कह न सके दिल कह दिया, वो जो हमसे कह ना सके दिल ने कह दिया। साकी ने फिर से मेरा जाम भर दिया, गुंचा कोई मेरे नाम कर दिया। साकी ने फिर से मेरा जाम भर दिया, साकी ने फिर से मेरा जाम भर दिया।
Wow, thank you so much, Yash. I mean, I'm just going to spotlight you for a minute. Yeah, I mean, that was amazing. And it just had such feels. The chat is literally bursting.
Thank you so much, guys.
So, yeah, and I mean, you mentioned it's your favorite song and that
Yeah.
you performed it a few years back. So, is there anything you'd like to share with respect to that?
No, nothing really, but I mean, I look forward to do this live on the bonfires that we're going to have in campus.
Absolutely. I think all of us are looking forward to that as well. And we're definitely going to hold you to this and request you to sing then as well. So,
Sure.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Namit, Shreyas, and Aditya. And they're going to be performing something for us as well. So I am just spotlighting you guys. And hi, guys. I think you're at Ishtara. So hi
Hey, guys.
from the rest of us who are at home. And totally not jealous of you all.
Yeah, hi guys. So we are performing like a 3.5 minute piece. Shreyas will be on vocals as well as guitar. We have Aditya on vocals and guitar, and I will be the less talented one, only on vocals.
Just wait for it.
Cool. Chalo, we'll start. Our audio, video, all okay? Start kar le.
All good.
Can you hear my guitar? Okay.
3, 2, start.
Please, gotta believe what I say. What I will tell happened just the other day. I must confess, cause I've had about enough. I need your help, gotta make this here thing stop. Baby, I swear I'll tell the truth about all the things you used to do. And if you thought you had me fooled, I'm telling you now,
साडी गली आजा सानू जान वालिए साडी गली आजा सानू जान वालिए साडी गली आजा सानू जान वालिए तैनू होका मारदा फिरां एक वारी आजा नूर जान वालिए एक वारी आजा नूर जान वालिए तैनू होका मारदा फिरां तैनू होका मारदा फिरां तैनू होका मारदा फिरां
दूर जितना भी तुम मुझसे पास तेरे हैं अब तो आदत सी है मुझको ऐसे जीने में जिंदगी से कोई शिकवा ही नहीं है अब तो जिंदा हूँ मैं इस नीले आसमां में
चाहत ऐसी है ये तेरी बढ़ती जाए आहट ऐसी है ये तेरी मुझको सताए यादें गहरी हैं इतनी दिल डूब जाए और आँखों में ये गम नम बन जाए
One for the mañana, free ride, it's two for the lie that you denied. All rise, all rise.
hey, hey, oh, 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 अब तो आदत सी है मुझको ऐसे जीने में
Thank you guys.
I mean, that was just amazing. I'm so jealous right now because I'm sure you guys have been doing this for the last 2-3 months, and Ishtara folks have had the privilege of this. But cannot wait to hear you guys on campus. And Namit, I don't know why you said the less talented person. I cannot explain that. I'm sure Shayok is rolling his eyes right now at just what you said. But thank you guys so much. And moving to the next performance, we have someone who I can hear her songs at any time. And she has done some beautiful covers in the past. And today also we're going to hear from her Tere, Sannu, Soniya, and Lavi and Rose. Please put your hands together for Ayushi.
Hi guys. Okay. Are you spotlighting me?
Yes.
Cool. So yeah, carrying on with the nostalgic vibes that these guys have created. Is it audible? Cool.
Yes, all good.
तेरे बिन सानू सोनिया कोई हो नहीं ओ लभना जो देवे रूह नू सकून चुके जो नखरा तेरा तेरे बिन सानू सोनिया कोई हो देवे रूह नू सकून चुके जो नखरा तेरा वे मैं सारे घूम के वेख्या अमरीका रूस मलेशिया ना किथे भी कोई फर्क सी हर किसी दी कोई शर्त सी कोई मंगदा मेरा सी समा कोई होंदा सूरत ते फिदा कोई मंगदा मेरी सी वफा ना कोई मंगदा मेरी आवला तेरे और ना किसे करनी मेरी भला तेरे बिन और ना किसे करनी धुप विच छां तेरे बिन सानू सोड़िया कोई हो नहीं ओ लभना जो देवे रूह नू सकून चुके जो नखरा तेरा hold me close and hold me fast the magic spell you cast this is how we are roses when you kiss me heaven sighs and though I close my eyes I see la vie en roses when you press me to your heart I'm in a world apart a world where roses bloom and when you speak angels sing from above everyday what seems to turn into love songs give your heart and soul to me and life will always be la vie en Thank you guys.
My God, thank you so much, Ayushi. I can hear this like literally every day, I think. I think you should just record a version of this and like share it with all of us again. So yeah, I can't wait. I mean, it's just that there's 2 weeks left for campus and all of this is just making me look forward to going to campus even more. So yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And so now we're going to take a bit of a break from our music performances, and we're going to have a stand-up set by Sushant. I'm just going to spotlight for you guys. Sushant, the floor is yours.
Yes. Okay. Hi guys. Some of you might remember it from last time. But today I won't be roasting anyone. Last time I did that, and लोगों ने मुझसे बात करनी छोड़ दी. So I went to a stanza party recently, met a lot of people. They said they remembered me from movie. I told them that I might perform again in 2 days. वो सब bye bye बोल के चले गए. भाई people have legit started avoiding me now. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि पहले कोई भाव ज्यादा मिलता था, but anyway. So I will try to be nice today. So ISB is full of talented people. Most people here choose what they are good at and then they do that. I, on the other hand, work on elimination. I choose what all am I pathetic at and eliminate it. Whatever is left, which is usually nothing, is what I choose. So guitar to aata nahi, neither can I sing. So here I am. And the only reason these guys gave me this slot is so that you all get so disappointed that you enjoy the upcoming performances even more. So last time when I performed, I was yellow, right? Traffic light party yellow. And but I was happy to see some 60-100 messages after the performance. भैंचोद 55 लड़के थे, ठीक है? उसमें से भी बाकी में से 5 were all red girls. I don't understand what happens to ISB diversity when it comes to me. Anyway, I mentioned the color thing to update you all. I am green now. So, so all the green girls, feel free to slide into my DMs. The most intense action I got recently was my COVID test. Right? The only protection I'm using these days is a mask. But तुम क्या हंस रहे हो? Most of you are also in the same boat. Fucking losers. And I've heard that ISB has a lot of snakes, both literal and in behavior. So you need to find the people you can rely on. And I think it's simple. I will tell you a top secret trick that I've realized after a lot of observation. Simply ask them, do you think a long distance relationship will survive ISB? If they say yes, they are the most gullible, delusional sweet souls. Make them your friends. They will never leave your back. I hope you're all excited to reach campus, yeah? But tell me, ये onboarding की choice में क्या मचा है? मतलब इतना गेम थ्योरी भैंस चोद, मतलब इतना अगर पढ़ लेते तो 60 में से भी 70 नंबर आ जाते, ठीक है? And I am in day one, and I'll tell you people who took day one. People who have no sense of priority. मतलब effort ही नहीं डालना फॉर्म भरने में, जैसा आया वैसा ही सबमिट कर दो. But I know there were some people who cried because they didn't get their preferences and got day one. You know who you are. They wanted to be with their friends, but मुझे कोई लोड नहीं है. See, फटाफट कैंपस पहुंचो, because anyway after the previous set I have lost all my friends. But really, लोगों के relation टूट रहे due to these onboarding dates, and then they say long distance चला लेंगे. भाई इनसे SV1 से SV2 का distance manage नहीं हो रहा. दिल्ली से हैदराबाद मैनेज करने के सपने हैं इनके. मुझसे पूछो, नहीं होगा ब्रो. I'm telling you. Anyway, how can I forget? Happy Independence Day. So India is a free country. We all have freedom of choice, but I don't think you guys deserve it. It's a Sunday night, and you're all still sitting in front of your laptops and watching me. What the fuck? That's what I'm, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sushant. That was a wonderful set. And I'm glad to find somebody else who's also an SV1. Hopefully, we'll see you perform more there. And yeah, it's going to be a blast. Okay, so we're going to come back to the music performances. And our next performance is by Naveena, who will be performing Tu Jaane Na and Raabta. Let me just spotlight you, Naveena. I think Naveena, I can't find her on the call. Okay. So I'm just gonna move on to the next one and probably just kind of circle back and you know, come back to her in a bit. So we actually have a surprise performance today. We have a surprise performance, and I think I told him to come at the end, but we have a wildcard entry. So Paras, if you don't mind, we're going to bring you onto stage right now.
Right now?
Yes, right now.
Okay.
Sorry,
I'll come later.
Surprise. But yeah, go for it. You don't mind, right?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Awesome.
I thought you'll give me a 5-minute warning or something like that, but okay, fine. I just literally asked these people to give me a chance. Okay. So performing now?
Yes, go for it.
Okay, perfect. Let me see what to sing. I was actually asking for those 5 minutes to decide on a song, but now I'll have to just go.
No, if you want a couple of minutes, that's okay.
No. I kind of thought about it. Okay, it's okay, fine.
All right, okay.
Chalo. Maula, 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 mere Maula. Maula, 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 Maula. दरारे दरारे हैं माथे पे मौला, मरम्मत मुकद्दर सी कर दो मौला, मेरे मौला. जो भी तेरे दर आया झुकने जो सर आया, मस्तियां पिए सबको झूमता नजर आया, शोख लेके आया है दरिया वो तर आया, नूर की बारिश में हो, नूर की बारिश में भीगता सतर आया, मौला 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 मेरे मौला. I forgot the lyrics. मैं एक और गाना गाता हूँ. Shit. uh yeah, just give me a minute. Any suggestion? किसी को सुनना है क्या?
Whatever's your like maybe favorite song or anything that you listen to a lot.
Okay. ये मोह मोह के धागे तेरी उंगलियों से जा उलझे, कोई टोह टोह ना लागे, इस तरह गिरहा ये उलझे, है मोह मोह है रोम रोम एक तारा। यार मैं इसके भी लिरिक्स भूल गया, बट या तेरी दीवानी साउंड्स गुड फ्रॉम चैट, सो आई विल जस्ट गो विद इट बिकॉज़ आई रिमेंबर द लिरिक्स देयर, नो फक अप्स इन बिटवीन, ठीक है? सॉरी गाइस, काफी उल्टा सीधा हो रहा है, ठीक है चलो। ओके। प्रीत की लत मोहे ऐसी लागी, हो गई मैं मतवारी, बल बल जाऊं अपने पिया को, है मैं जाऊं बारी बारी, मोहे सुध बुध नाय रही तन मन की, ये तो जाने दुनिया सारी, बेबस और लाचार फिरूं मैं, हारी मैं दिल हारी, हारी मैं दिल हारी, तेरे नाम से जी लूं तेरे नाम से मर जाऊं, तेरी जान के सदके मैं कुछ ऐसा कर जाऊं, तूने क्या कर डाला, मर गई मैं मिट गई मैं, ओहो जी आहा जी हो गई मैं, तेरी दीवानी दीवानी, तेरी दीवानी दीवानी, जब इश्क का जादू सर चढ़ कर बोले, जब इश्क का जादू सर चढ़ कर बोले, खूब लगा लो पहरे रस्ते रब खोले, यही इश्क दी मर्जी है, यही रब दी मर्जी है, यही इश्क दी मर्जी है, यही रब दी मर्जी है, तेरे बिन जीना कैसा हाँ खुद गर्जी है, तूने क्या कर डाला, मर गई मैं मिट गई मैं, ओहो जी आहा जी हो गई मैं, तेरी दीवानी दीवानी, तेरी दीवानी दीवानी। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Paras. That was absolutely amazing. And the
Amazing.
spontaneity was just something. For those of you who don't know, I had slotted Paras to come right at the end and pretty much pulled him on to perform right now. So thank you for that. And yeah, forgetting the lyrics is super relatable. So yeah, I can totally
Yeah, I
get
mean that happens a lot.
Yeah, it's-
Especially when you put me in a corner, like, okay, perform right now. I was like, shit.
No, but great job, yeah, great job. And now our next performance is going to be by Naveena, who is back. I'm just going to spotlight you. Thanks, Naveena. And you're going to come on with Jaane and Raabta. Awesome. Super excited.
Sorry for actually making you wait. I'm really sorry I joined late.
No worries, yeah, no worries.
Okay. Okay. I'm Naveena Tirumala. Hi. Many people might not know me, but still, I have been starting with this very basic songs. Please don't judge. I'm not much of a great singer. People are very talented here. कैसे बताए क्यों तुझको चाहे यारा बता ना पाए बातें दिलों की देखो जो बाकी आके तुझे समझाए तू जाने ना, हाँ तू जाने ना, तू जाने ना, तू जाने ना, हो जाने ना, जाने ना, जाने ना, जाने ना, जाने ना, जाने ना। कहते हैं खुदा ने इस जहां वैसा भी के लिए किसी ना किसी को है बनाया, हर किसी के लिए तेरा मिलना है उससे रब का इशारा मान, मुझको बनाया तेरे जैसे ही किसी के लिए, कुछ तो है तुझसे राबता, कुछ तो है तुमसे राबता, कैसे हम जाने हमें क्या पता, कुछ तो है तुझसे राबता, तू हम सफर है फिर क्या फिक्र है, जीने की वजह यही है मरना इसी के लिए, कहते हैं खुदा ने इस जहां वैसा भी के लिए किसी ना किसी को है बनाया, हर किसी के लिए। Thank you.
Wow, I mean, I don't get how you said that you're not a pro singer. This is so good. I am literally like, if Shayok is on this call again, I feel like he'll be like pretty much just losing his mind. You're again one of those people who just says they don't sing and they kill it. But yeah, like clearly you can see the chat. Like, seriously, you should never start with this. But this is an amazing performance, and so glad to have you on. Up next, we have with us Tanushree, who always, every time she sings, we're always like mind blown. And I think Tanushree, I'd request you to maybe switch on your video so I can like spotlight you. Okay, great. And Tanushree is going to bring to us a very interesting selection of songs. For those of you that have watched Money Heist, there is some great stuff lined up. Go for it, Tanushree.
So, can you hear it?
Yes, all good.
Hear me as well. If you stay with me, if I'm choosing wrong, I don't care at all. If I'm losing now, but I'm winning late, that's all I want. Whatever happens in the future, trust in destiny. Oh, oh, don't try to make anything else, even when you feel I don't care at all. I am lost. I don't care at all. I am lost. Lost my time, my life is going on. Namattina, mi sana alzato. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 partigiano, portami via, e me sento di morire. Una mattina mi sono alzato, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'inno. partigiano, portami via. Bella ciao, 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 partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire. Oh partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire. Oh partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire.
Wow, Tanushree, I'm pretty much speechless every time you sing. Like, I have no words left. I mean, you can again see the chat. The chat is exploding as always. And, yeah, it's just absolutely phenomenal. Thank you so much for performing. Up next, we have with us Vrunda. I'm just going to spotlight you. Hi, Vrunda. So Vrunda is going to be singing for us Tujhko Jo Paaya from the movie Crook.
Yeah, thank you, Ratika. Hey, guys. I'm actually having a lot of goosebumps after Tanushree's and everyone's performance, being a huge fan of Money Heist. So, okay, so I'll be singing Tujhko Jo Paaya from the movie Crook. Most of you must have heard this song. So, yeah, here it goes. मेरे बिना मैं रहने लगी हूँ तेरी हवा में बहने लगी हूँ जाने मैं कैसे तेरी हुई हूँ मुझे तो लगता है मैं शायद तेरे दिल की दुआ हूँ तुझको जो पाया तो जीना आया अब ये लम्हा ठहर जाए थम जाए बस जाए हम दोनों के दरमियां पहले से ज्यादा राहों पे तेरी मैं तो चली हूँ तू मेरी मंजिल है तेरे कदमों पे बस रुकने लगी हूँ तुझको जो पाया तो जीना आया अब ये लम्हा ठहर जाए थम जाए बस जाए हम दोनों के दरमियां तेरी नजर में नई सी अदा है नया सा नशा भी घुला है कई दिनों से बांधा था बादल जो तेरी ही बाहों में खुला है तेरी हदों में मेरी बसाई है अब तुझे भी जाना किधर है जहाँ रहे तू मैं वो जहाँ हूँ जिसे जिए तू मैं वो समा हूँ तेरी वजह से नई नई हूँ पहले कहा ना मैंने अब ये तुमसे कहने लगी हूँ तुझको जो पाया तो जीना आया अब ये लम्हा ठहर जाए थम जाए बस जाए हम दोनों के दरमियां तुझको जो पाया तो जीना आया अब ये लम्हा ठहर जाए थम जाए बस जाए हम दोनों के दरमियां थैंक यू
Oh, this is like absolutely amazing. Your voice, oh my God. I have seen you dance a lot, multiple things, and I think this is one of the few times I've heard you sing, and I'm just like, like what is there that you can't do? So thank you for putting this performance together.
Thanks a lot, Radhika.
So up next now, we're gonna take a bit of a break from the music performances, and we're gonna have the Mr. President of Stand Up Comedy Club himself coming with a great set on songs, dance, and hopefully some laughter with ramifications is how he's described it. Over to you, Anmol.
Yeah, Ratika, so one small correction to your intro. There isn't a break from music, guys. I'm very sorry. You still have to hear some music. So, I mean, it won't be much of comedy. I'm very sorry. The introduction was very misleading. It's not going to be a lot of comedy. I'm very sorry.
Okay.
But let's go. Let's try something. So, anyway, this is for. Okay, first of all, I have a very small request. If you are on this call, please unmute yourself. I mean, I hate listening to my own voice. It will be great if people can
Go
on.
Go Anmol!
Not right now. Not right now. Just keep your microphone unmute. And if possible, I mean, even I'm not very presentable, but I mean, if you are in any form or shape, even slightly presentable, please put your videos on too. Thank you so much. Okay, so are there any fans of love in the house? This is where you can unmute.
Yay! Yay!
So I hope this doesn't change that. So most of us believe that coming to an MBA college, you can also find your true love here. I mean, that's such an amazing concept to have, that you find your life partner in this 11-month or 12-month course. So, I mean, this song is based on that feeling. I hope you all like it. Did you expect that life could turn out this sweet? Finding a probable wife in an MBA degree. She's a dear friend of mine, and she still doesn't know. So I decide to fill her with wine, will my sincerity show. Her studio's always in my sight. She gets me whenever she speaks. And her name, and you guessed it right, she's the 4-year-old child of my colleague. Did you expect that life could turn out this sweet? Finding a probable wife in an MBA degree. The way that she moves and the way that she talks, sedimentation, she gets me harder than a rock. I'm a lousy patient, she's my oxygen. I'll pay $100,000 for even just a glimpse. She makes me warm inside, call her an interior designer. I picked up my guitar, but I only see a minor. In contrast, girls my age make me sick. We've gotten quite close, I'm going to show her my love. Show her my love. Love. Did you expect that life could bring you this pup? I'm scared of counting down the years till when hands are grown up. Yuck. Did you expect that life could be so sought after? Those study group sessions get really awkward when I ask my friend, where's your daughter? Where's your daughter? But like all things, this neared an end. It wasn't a fling, it really meant something special with the potential to transcend. Too bad her vacation's over. Back to school she was sent. Yes, I miss her. It's been a long while, but for Anne, I'll go the extra mile, crouching in a school library behind the book pile. Doesn't matter whether they call me. Exactly what you're thinking. Yeah, I know this was a very good way to start, very good way to build a good repo. So let's move on to something more simpler, and let's talk about God for a bit. It's such an amazing thing that we always refer to God as a male. I mean, we love God, yeah, that's true. Obviously, we love God, but not just which God. That's the thing. The concept of God. It's a very masculine thing. I mean, you say He's our Father, we are His children, He protects us. The He with the capital H. And that's so amazing. I mean, we don't refer to God as a mom or a feminine entity as a concept, which has to be true. I mean, if God exists, God has to be a man. God can't be a woman. And there's a very simple reason for that. If God was a woman, if we had a mom as a God, there would never be hunger, poverty, rape, cancer in this world, right? A mom is the one who protects her child, who keeps them close, who looks after them. It's the dad who's aloof, who says, yeah, figure out the shit on yourself. So, I mean, this next piece is based on that feeling. It's called Sita's rap. So many people say, why a rap? Right? Why a rap for this? And there's again a very simple logic behind it. I mean, if you think about it, all bhajans are raps, which is why it's Sita's rap. Born from the ground, gone from a royal plow, like Abhimanyu found amazing way to bow out. Drowns from his... Let's redo that. Forget that it's happened. Born from the ground, gone from a royal plow, like Abhimanyu found amazing way to bow out. Grounds for implicit, illogical, illegitimacy, ground impressively, immensely immorality, impound an impeccable deity immersively. It feels like 10 pairs of eyes on me constantly. Ominous, omnipotency, at least I'm entitled to some form of privacy, important to see grounded to reality. So what if you call me Princess of Janaki? Remove the U-R-G-O-D from drown now. What's left? It's N for at all. How profound, wow. Hear me if you care, let me in exile do send. And dear Lord, for the love of Beckham. No, like mantra you bend. Is a Rekha enough to got a sister with love or make a life tough for a married Mr. Amitabh? Look out, dear, extend a limit over the subdomain. Read about hunting into the color spectrum. It's insane. It's now a command to take my husband's name in vain. No quota for eating meat. Oh no, there goes my free ham. You want to meet? You know the words. Jai Shri Vishnu. Yeah, that's his real name. So leave your idol, every life as an ideal. I deal with most stress, unclear message of peace to say it'll all be fine. Press 1 to stay on the line, and 7 for number of lifetimes. Cause in the diasporically omnipresent, in the agnostically hating a moon that's crescent, in diagonal synchrony with every indie artist promoting misogyny. Genius is what they call, who they desire, breeding beliefs they recall, that require reading of vultures who become saviors in times dire, and monkeys lifting mountains without tiring comfortable. You've all turned my epic into a fucking Aesop's fable. But I must be shut for woman's word can organize. Be graceful in company while the smirk can never tire. Of judging my thoughts, moves, face and attire. My consent, why does it matter? When we can easily deny her. For a woman's place, it belongs in the burning fire. Thank you. That was my time. I hope you all stay happy.
Thank you, Anmol. I mean, this performance is just Anmol being Anmol. So after Anmol has scarred us with respect to love, we have somebody to probably help us kind of believe in it again. Up next is Denise with her performance on We Found Love. And she sent us a recording. Vishal, are you able to access the recording?
Let me share my screen. Yes.
Also, Manan, I think Vishal dropped off in between, so can you just make him host again?
Yeah, sure.
Just let me know if the audio is not coming.
Yellow diamonds in the light. Now we're standing side by side as your shadow crosses mine. What it takes to come alive. It's the way I'm feeling, I just can't deny. But I've gotta let it go. We found love in a hopeless place. 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 Shine a light to an open door. Love a life I will divide. Turn away 'cause I need you more. Feel the heartbeat in my mind. It's the way I'm feeling, I just can't deny. But I've gotta let it go. We found love in a hopeless place. We found love in a hopeless place. We found love in a hopeless place. We found love in a hopeless place.
Oh, absolutely. And fun fact, Denise is actually playing this after a really long time. I'm just gonna spotlight you, Denise, for like a minute.
Go, Denise!
Hey. Hey.
I mean, you mentioned that you're playing the keyboard after a really long time and singing.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So,
After
I mean,
super long.
absolutely amazing performance. And we really hope to
Thank
see you
you.
play more on campus with us and just like listen to you. So, yeah, thank you so much for
Yeah, sure.
an amazing performance. Up
Thank
next,
you.
we have Shivani. Just gonna spotlight you. So Shivani has a degree in classical music, but now you're gonna revisit your roots after a very long time, I believe. And
Yeah.
super excited to hear "Oh Sanam" by Lucky Ali from you. The floor is yours.
Okay. Thanks, Ratika. Cool. I'll not be using any musical instruments or anything, just my voice. I hope that's okay. But yeah. Okay. Oh, शाम सवेरे तेरी यादें आती है, आके दिन को मेरे यूं तड़पाती है। ओ सनम मोहब्बत की कसम, मिलके बिछड़ना तो दस्तूर हो गया, यादों में तेरी मजबूर हो गया। ओ सनम तेरे यादों की कसम, ज़माना के दिल है खिलौना, जाना है या क्या है दिल का लगाना, नजरों से अब ना हमको गिराना, मर भी गए तो भूले न जाना। आँखों में बसी हो पर दूर हो कहीं, दिल के करीब हो ये मुझको है यकीन। ओ सनम तेरे प्यार की कसम, ओ, 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 I'm done.
Thank you, Shivani. That was absolutely amazing. And I really hope that you revisit your classical music roots a lot more during the year.
Yes, I will definitely try. Thanks so much for this.
No, thank you. Thank you so much for performing. I think my internet's a little patchy, so I really hope you guys can hear me. But yeah, thank you so much for performing. This is absolutely wonderful. And up next, we're taking a short break from the music performances. We have with us someone who's a poet, who's very shy to share her poetry, but nothing can stop her from scarring the cohort with her creepy short stories. She also does this with a very nice, happy smile, like a true creep. Any guesses for who this is? Yes, it is Tanya. Tanya, I'm going to spotlight you. The floor is yours.
Hi everyone. So after all the amazing performances, I'm just here to ruin your vibe. So let's start. I'll be switching my video off so that you can just concentrate on my voice. Yet another lonely day. It was for the best anyway. Who even needs friends, right? Thought Shaina as she lay in bed. Any minute now, her mom would come in and pretend like everything was fine, like everything would eventually fall into place. Why does this bother you, beta? I'm your friend now, was what her mom always said. But no, she wasn't Shaina's friend. No one was. No one ever wanted to be. What was so repulsive about her? Why couldn't she just make friends? At school, she tried talking like the rest of the kids, dressing like them, even put on some makeup to look like them. But different skin, different hair, different way of dressing. Would they ever look past the differences and just get to know her? All she wanted was to blend in, as if teenage struggles weren't bad enough already. At school, they all looked at her as if there was something wrong with her. They would whisper whenever she passed by. Some would look at her as if she's crazy. Some would just be scared. Why won't they just talk to her? Moving to this God-forsaken country had never seemed like a good idea. Oh, how she had pleaded with her mother to leave her back in Mumbai with her grandparents. Well, at least there was one person she could talk to. Sometimes they passed each other in the hallway at school, sometimes in the washroom. They never had long conversations. They just exchanged pleasantries. But this girl, Leia, was the closest to anyone Shaina could call a friend. Shaina wished they could talk more often. She wanted to know more about Leia. She wanted Leia to know more about her. Leia was the only one who had ever given her a second glance, and Shaina was ever so grateful for that. When she told her mother about Leia, her mother just smiled at her. She was happy, but she knew this happiness was short-lived. She knew Leia wouldn't be friends with Shaina for long. Leia might even be a figment of Shaina's imagination. Yes, Shaina was too old to have imaginary friends, but the poor girl had been through a lot. But suddenly, things started to look up. As the days passed by, Shaina seemed to be happier. She had a skip in her step. She sang while cleaning her room. Her mother was curious as to what had brought about this change, but she was afraid that if she probed any further, the bubble would burst. She just wanted her Shaina to be happy. But one night, she just couldn't resist. She had to ask what was going on. She went to Shaina's room, and as she approached the door, she heard Shaina talking. She was saying, "Yeah, Leah, I know. I don't like that too. Yes, how are our choices so similar? We even dress the same. Some people might actually think we look like each other a little bit," she said as she giggled. Her mom looked at Shaina through the crack in the door. Shaina had her back towards the door and had her earphones on. Her mom thought, "Oh, thank God Leah is not imaginary. Shaina must be talking to her on call." But as she was about to leave, Shaina took her earphones out but kept talking. She wasn't even holding her phone anymore. Her mom's disappointment started to mount. She thought, "Oh, I guess Leah is imaginary after all." As she fell into despair, she saw Shaina looking straight at the mirror and talking. Then she just lay down on the bed. But somehow, Shaina's reflection in the mirror sat perfectly upright. The reflection looked directly at the mother and spoke. "Hey Shaina, your mother is here, but somehow she thinks I'm not real."
Thank you, Tanya. I mean, you have such a calming voice, honestly. That's and the story was just absolutely like wow. Thank you so much for and I can't wait to actually have nights like this on campus when you're like donating such stories for us in person. Probably not going to be able to sleep, but yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so up next, we're going to come back to our music performances for a while. We have Varun Jain. I'm just going to, Varun, could you please switch on your video so I can spotlight you?
I'm just setting up my equipment. Give me 10 seconds.
Cool, sure. So we have Varun performing a version of Ed Sheeran's Thinking Out Loud. He's going to do an instrumental adaptation, and I'm super excited for that. The floor is yours, Varun.
Okay, before I begin, apologies to anybody who has heard the actual song because this is an adaptation of the song, so it just has elements of the song. Some of it is my improv, some of it is stolen. Just start. Okay, first tell me, is this too loud because I've set it at max? Can you hear this?
I think it's all good.
Okay, I'll just test one thing.
No, Varun, it's not super clear. We can't hear all of it, I think.
You can't?
No, I think I can hear some of the higher tones, but not all of it.
Okay, I don't know the suggestion turn on original audio. How do I do that?
I think maybe if you go to the Zoom, like main Zoom thing, and in that, if you go to settings, if I remember correctly, in that thing for audio, yeah, go to audio and suppress background noise and just put that to low. I think that might be, and then try maybe.
Now?
Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah.
Better.
Okay, just let me play that. You could hear it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me begin. Nice double audio. Thanks.
No, it was great. Wonderful stuff, Varun. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Varun. That was absolutely so relaxing, to be honest. It was very relaxing. Thank you. So up next we have Srikar coming on, and I'm just gonna spotlight you, Srikar. So Srikar's gonna perform for us a Linkin Park song that is very close to him. The floor is yours.
All right, thank you. So the song is close to me, and it's helped me and a lot of people through tough times, and I hope that you guys will like it as well. So here it goes. When you feel you're alone, cut off from this cruel world, your instincts telling you to run. Listen to your heart, those angel voices, to sing to you, they'll be your guide back home when life leaves us blind. Love keeps us kind, it keeps us kind. When you've suffered enough and your spirit is breaking, you're growing desperate from the fight. Remember you're loved and you always will be. This melody will bring you right back home when life leaves us blind. Love keeps us kind when life leaves us blind. Love keeps us kind. Oh, 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 oh,
Thank you so much, Srikar. I mean, this was just goosebumps, really. And I could really see how much the song means to you as well. Thank you so much for
Thank
such a
you.
great performance. Up next, we have a medley of songs by Abhinav, and I believe that this is a medley that he's making on his own. So I'm going to spotlight you. Abhinav, could you please switch on your video?
Yeah, just yep. All right, I'm slightly out of frame, but hey guys,
So the floor is yours.
thanks. I'm genuinely still recovering from the last song because that's honestly my favorite Linkin Park song too, and I've not heard it in a long time. But okay, cool. I would ideally like the guitar to be visible for this one. Okay, I'll live with that. Can you guys hear the guitar? And sort of hear me? Hello?
Yes, all good.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Cool. Okay, wait, I need to pull up the lyrics because I have very little idea what I'm doing. Okay, cool. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. All I want is nothing more to hear you knocking at my door. 'Cause if I could see your face once more, I could die a happy man, I'm sure. But if you loved me, why'd you leave me? Take my body, take my body. And all I want is, all I need is to find somebody, find somebody. Minum semua Pinaraho kita Qua bone Devi qua shone chupa Na Jaane kyun Hai roz gossip sala Doob ki Aida sita Tezi ki yanam तेरी आंखों का ये नशा क्या खो भी जाऊं तुम्हें क्या कसूर है मेरा There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain, when I believed in forever everything would stay the same. Now my heart feels like December when somebody say your name. But I can't reach out to call you. But I know I will one day, yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes. Everybody hurts someday. Hey, everything will be alright. Go raise a glass and say, hey, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Drinks bring back all the memories. Memories bring back you. कहता रहा वो जाने दे मुझको बेसब्री है तेरी कमी है आओगे तुम कभी मेरी जान के रही जाएगा ये जहां गाएगी ये ज़मीन, बदलेगा ये जहां, गाएगा आसमां, आओ के तुम कभी मेरी जान कह रही. Last song, I promise. Where can I find city of shining lights in an ordinary world? How can I leave buried treasure behind in an ordinary world? Baby, I don't have much, but what we have is more than enough. Ordinary world.
Wow, I mean, this is just so
Amazing.
good.
Damn, boy.
And Abhinav, I believe this was the first medley that you've recorded. I mean, your own medley.
Yeah, so just give me a second. Yep. Hi.
I mean, it was so good. I couldn't think of a better selection of songs to just put together and listen to on a Sunday night.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much for putting this performance together. Absolutely loved every bit of it. And our next performer, Shayo, could you please switch on your video so I can spotlight you?
Hi.
Okay, let me spotlight you. Oh, great. Okay, so Shayo,
So just
super
want to
excited.
let me know that you can hear me now.
It's a bit faint for me. I don't know, Skand, Vishal, can you hear?
Yeah, it's a little faint, yeah.
It's a little faint.
Yeah.
One second.
Maybe try moving the laptop a little closer, or the if that's possible.
I think a lot of feedback.
I think the mic is not getting captured, it seems.
Maybe. Okay, then I will go my naked voice. I will do without my voice.
So Shayok is actually going to be performing Fusrat by Arjun Kunungo. And this is a tribute to the people who support you in pursuing your dreams. I mean, it's a beautiful sentiment. I think from what you'd mentioned was that we're going to be leaving for campus soon, but obviously we're also leaving our loved ones behind. And just to kind of give them a tribute, super excited for this, Shayok.
So now it's clear?
Yes.
धीरे से खींचो तुम उन पर्दों को, उंगली ना फंसे, थोड़ा संभल के ताला लगाना, जो निकलो घर से. कह पाऊंगा मैं अब से न तुमसे कभी, समझाऊंगा मैं जाने कैसे, जाने खुद को भी. फुर्सत जो मिले खुद से तो अपनी खबर लेना, फुर्सत जो मिले खुद से. हसरत की हथेली पे मेरे दो पल रख लेना, फुर्सत के उसी पल में कभी कभी कह देना. आनी जानी ये कहानी हो ना जाए, ना जाऊं, मैं कहीं तो खो ना जाए। संग मेरे होंगी तेरी मेरी मेरी तेरी यादें, खुद से कर लूंगा। तो अपनी खबर लेना, फुर्सत जो मिले खुद से, कभी कभी ये कह देना। Here you feeling okay? ना रहा बहाना, ना कोई वजह, पर तो फिर मिलेगी, आएगी वो सुबह। फुर्सत जो मिले खुद से, तो अपनी खबर लेना, फुर्सत जो मिले खुद से। हाँ हाँ, हसरत की हथेली पे मेरे दो पल रख लेना, फुर्सत के उसी पल में कभी कभी ये कह देना। Here you feeling okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Shayuk. That was absolutely beautiful. I mean,
Whoa.
it's so good.
Amazing.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Acha, I got frozen. Okay, sorry, sorry, sorry.
Beast में यार,
Never
but
felt
it
like
was
a
amazing, dude.
Only for 2 seconds. I think it was good. Yeah.
But yeah, I love the sentiment behind it. I mean, it's so nice, and that actually brings us to an end of the music performances. But we have one more by our very own SLC director, who has a very interesting segment lined up. I'm just going to spotlight you. So I think, as you guys know, he's put a teaser on the group, which is the GSP roast. A lot of us have been excited about this. And the floor is yours, Skand. I mean, there's really nothing more I can say.
All right. Hey, everyone. And thank you for sticking around till the end. This is the last performance. I actually have 2 acts prepared. I had prepared the other one in case I didn't think my stand-up set was funny. But I'm not sure if it is, so I'm just going to do both. And because I'm doing 2, I've not practiced either one properly. So hope it's not terrible. As I said, for my first bit, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my fellow members of the GSB. If you're one of those people who are totally out of the loop with, who's even in the GSB, I'm sorry. I kind of feel you as well. I mean, I would like to be like that as well, but here I am. So it's been about a month now that we've all been working together, and so I thought, I found a little bit about these folks, and so I thought I'll just give you all a greater insight into your elected representatives. So let's start with Mr. President himself, Raghav. Raghav has made me believe that in life, you can truly come back from hell. How else would you describe him winning the election after that rendition of I'll Be There For You? Raghav seems like the kind of guy who in a hostage crisis would want to talk the situation out, but get shot in the process. People have a resting bitch face. Raghav has a resting, sweating, smile emoji face. Raghav got everyone who applied a studio just to make sure he gets one. He says he doesn't know how Manan managed to do this, but separately, he's told us that his dad is a builder. Moving on. You may have heard me say this, but I'll say it again. Beer Mohit, our AAC director, has the energy of a 5-year-old and a 45-year-old at the same time. The 45-year-old energy is when he's sorting out all these, AAC messes and being all India rank 7 CA, that boring stuff. We want to see that 5-year-old energy. We've got to watch those videos Beer made where he's asking Code 21 folks about how to approach stats and marketing. Paji was fucking delighted. It was like he was being interviewed after winning the lottery or something. Who the fuck starts bursting with happiness while asking the most mundane questions about regression models and shit? I don't think I'd be so happy when my first child is born. Though that's because it will most likely be a mistake, but yeah. But anyway, Beer. Beer is the mythical child that your parents were talking about when they said, कभी पढ़ने का मन नहीं करता है तुम्हारा? Some people told me that they enjoyed my election campaign. But Beer Bhai had been campaigning for AEC for months. बंदे का डेडिकेशन तो देखो, बेंचो केसेस पे केसेस, केसेस पे केसेस, केसेस पे केसेस. Yashika. Yashika is by far the most difficult person to work with in the GSB, obviously. Because you need to keep remembering it is Yashika and not Yashika. What do you think I was gonna say? But seriously, Yashika's name seems like her parents were given a stupid dare on a drunken night to call their child differently, and they just decided to stick with it. I'm not gonna make more jokes on Yashika because honestly, I'm sure working with 7 other dudes is hard enough. So let's talk about Atul, our CAC director. Atul has proved all Bollywood critics wrong by showing us that it is possible to give fewer expressions than Arjun Rampal. Atul seems like the kind of guy who reads dictionaries for fun. In his graduation yearbook, Atul was voted most likely to be a serial killer. I'll start with my jokes on Atul now, क्योंकि future का सवाल है भाई, ज़्यादा नहीं बोल सकते. And let me tell you about how Jasil has been doing a great job as MCC director and also as a brand ambassador for the color purple. For those who have an eye for design and were wondering why this random and vibrant as fuck purples has suddenly entered our college's design language, it's because it makes Jasil hard. Jasil seems to get communication, so I don't understand why he puts the same fucking story of him driving on Insta every time. We get it, Jasil. You have a car. We lost interest after the 8th time we saw you in it. But now that we are going to be in campus soon, I hope we get to see a little more of Jasil's cottage life. Next up, we have the man of the hour, rather the man of the month, Manan. Before I get into the jokes, I have to say every club's MCC reps envy Manan's success rate at getting people to fill forms. वैसे तो इसका फॉर्म लोग 2-2 बार भरते हैं, बाकी सब लोग पीछे घूम रहे हैं, भरो मेरा फॉर्म. But Manal's shift in status as the Kanda rapper to the guardian angel of our onboarding has been emphatic. Though I'm not sure honestly if it is a downgrade or an upgrade. For those who don't know, it was Manan who encouraged me to run for SLC on a section call. In retrospect, I think he was just creating the mahal to announce his own run. You know the butterfly effect. So yeah, everyone loves Manan except for Venki. But yeah, great work, Manan, on onboarding, answering all of our minutest questions. It's a tall order. Though for him, everything is a tall order because he's 5'5". Honestly, when I went to my first Bombay meetup, I was feeling a little conscious about my height at 5'8". Everybody else was really fucking tall. But now I plan to just become best friends with Manan so I can always stand next to him. And last but not the least, there's Ronak. It was a task trying to write jokes about Ronak because he's like the most typical fucking guy at ISB. He's male, engineer, loves sports, and is from Deloitte. That's like half our cohort. I tried watching the video he made when he thought that he might have to campaign, but it was so generic that I'd zone out and have to keep going back. It took me 10 minutes to watch the video, even though it was only a minute and a half long. But let's go back to the week where the KYC and soapbox was happening. Ronak was the fucking rock star at that time. You all remember how he fucking charmed everybody? You had those panties dropping, Ronak. Honestly, if we were on campus, you would have gotten laid more times in that week than in your own whole entire engineering. Though that's not saying much. I think I make the engineering average every other Saturday. I'm not bragging. I haven't gotten laid in months. One thing you gotta admire about Ronak is that even before we studied game theory, he applied it and picked the most fucking boring council to make sure he gets elected unopposed. Anyway, friends, these were my jokes about my fellow GSB mates. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate all the newly elected and selected members of the student council. Special congratulations to unopposed presidents. Clearly, आप लोगों ने भी game theory ठीक से पढ़ लिया था. Also, special congratulations to VPs who came second in a 2% race. You all are the true Bazigars. And lastly, a special congratulations to people who contested elections, were unsuccessful, and then have gotten selected in the same club or council. Risking the disappointment of being rejected from that deserves a special salute. To close, I want to take it back to the GSB. Our GSB as a whole once again proves that all religions can unite when it comes to making sure women don't get too far ahead. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Skand. This was absolutely amazing. I mean, this is just something. Are you also doing the Gyan song or yes? Awesome, awesome. Go for it.
So yeah, as I said,
Surprised you didn't roast yourself, Skand.
I mean, I thought it would be. I mean, please put your jokes in the comments. I think it will only be fair if I also get roasted. I think that'd be nice. And I honestly, I didn't run these jokes by the GSB people. I was just hoping that they'll be a good sport about it. And yeah. Anyway, so for my next act, I'm gonna do something which is known as the sunscreen song. For those of you who don't know it, columnist Mary Schmish wrote this as a hypothetical commencement speech, and then Baz Luhrmann, who's an Australian filmmaker, converted it into a spoken word song. Performing this track because it's really close to me. I try and genuinely live my life with most of the principles that's talked about in the song. A lot of people say that I'm a very content person. I mean, some people from ISB have also said this, and I agree. And I don't think it's completely entirely to the credit of this song, but yeah, I think a lot of my guiding philosophy is from there. I'm seeing all your jokes, funny stuff. Yeah, I know everyone seems to be giving Gyan during our MBA, but I still wanted to do this anyway. So here goes. I'll just have to share my audio so that the music along with the speech. Otherwise, so it's just like a super boring speech that I'm doing. It's not going to be boring, hopefully, but yeah, let me just share. Right. Now, wait, am I sharing audio? Yeah, I am sharing audio. All right, super stuff. Oh shit, it's the end. Give me a second. All right, I'm gonna press play. Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 22, wear sunscreen. If I could offer you only one tip for the future, sunscreen would be it. The long-term benefits of sunscreen have been proved by scientists, whereas the rest of my advice has no basis more reliable than my own meandering experience. I will dispense this advice now. Enjoy the power and beauty of your youth. Sorry. Enjoy the power and beauty of your youth. Oh, never mind. You will not understand the power and beauty of your youth till they're faded. But trust me, in 20 years, you'll look back at photos of yourself and recall in a way you can grasp now how much possibility lay before you and how fabulous you really looked. You are not as fab as you imagine. Don't worry about the future, or worry. Know that worrying is about as effective as trying to solve an algebra equation by chewing bubblegum. The real troubles in your life are apt to be things that never cross your worried mind. The kind that blindsides you at 4 p.m. on some idle Tuesday. Do one thing every day that scares you. Sing. Don't be reckless with other people's hearts. Don't put up with people who are reckless with yours. Floss. Don't waste your time on jealousy. Sometimes you're ahead, sometimes you're behind. The race is long, and in the end, it's only with yourself. Remember compliments you receive. Forget the insults. If you succeed in doing this, tell me how. Keep your old love letters. Throw away your old bank statements. Stretch. Don't feel guilty if you don't know what you want to do with your life. The most interesting people I know didn't know at 22 what they wanted to do with their lives. Some of the most interesting 40-year-olds I know still don't. Get plenty of calcium. Be kind to your knees. You'll miss them when they're gone. Maybe you'll marry, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll have children, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll divorce at 40. Maybe you'll dance the funky chicken on your 75th wedding anniversary. Whatever you do, don't congratulate yourself too much or berate yourself either. Your choices are half chance. So are everybody else's. Enjoy your body. Use it every way you can. Don't be afraid of it or what other people think of it. It's the greatest instrument you'll ever own. Dance. Even if you have nowhere to do it but in your own living room. Read the directions even if you don't follow them. Do not read beauty magazines. They will only make you feel ugly. Get to know your parents. You'll never know when they'll be gone for good. Be nice to your siblings. They're the best link to your past and the people most likely to stick with you in the future. Understand that friends come and go, but a precious few who you should hold on to. Work hard to bridge the gaps in geography and lifestyle, for as the older you get, the more you need the people you knew when you were young. Live in New York City once, but leave before it makes you hard. Live in Northern California once, but leave before it makes you soft. Travel. Accept certain inalienable truths. Prices will rise, politicians will philander, and you too will get old. And when you do, you'll fantasize that when you were young, prices were reasonable, politicians were noble, and children respected their elders. Respect your elders. Don't expect anyone else to support you. Maybe you have a trust fund. Maybe you'll have a wealthy spouse. You never know when either one might run out. Don't mess too much with your hair, or by the time you're 40, it will look 85. Be careful whose advice you buy, but be patient with those who supply it. Advice is a form of nostalgia. Dispensing it is a way of wishing the past from the disposal, wiping it off, painting over the ugly parts, and recycling it for more than it's worth. But trust me on the sunscreen. Yep, that was it.
Thank you so much, Skand. I think everybody was probably expecting like a parody, but it turned out so much sweeter.
Really sweet.
Yeah, and I mean, I can totally see ISB calling you back for like yarn sessions after you graduate, and can't wait for that. I'd officially request you to hire me if you're doing that. And yeah, so that's a wrap, guys. Thank you so much, Skand. Loved both your performances.
Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for sticking around for so long. I know we all have so many things to do, and it was wonderful having all the performers and all of you as audience, and I hope you all had a great time.
Yes, thanks to all the performers, and yes, looking forward to the next such event.
Very soon.
Bye.
Now it's going to happen in campus, so I think it's going to be a bit more magical. Still figuring out how many people are allowed to assemble together and stuff like that, but hopefully it'll be all chill very soon.
Yeah, otherwise it'll be like breakout rooms in actual corridors.
Yes.